my name is Tiffany Benson, one part of Team Benson, and today is Earth Day. So it is time for us to talk about how we can reduce, recycle, and reuse. And today I'm going to tell you guys how I do that in my small space desert garden. So guys, I'm pretty excited because I was asked to do a collaboration for Earth Day with 3 other YouTube creators. So I will link their channels right here so that you guys can go over and check out their channels after you are done watching mine. And if you are new to my channel from their channel, welcome. I'm Tiffany and I'm in the desert. I'm going to talk to you guys about recycle, reduce, and reuse. So first things first, we're going to talk about what builds my garden the best, which are my beloved little earthworms. They're actually red wigglers, and they are ravishing little beasts. So I use a lot of recycled materials in order to feed them, which then turns into soil. So first thing I do is old egg cartons. Now, old egg cartons, I continue to use egg cartons until they are actually pretty destroyed. So these ones I will keep taking back to the farm and refilling with eggs, but when they get wet, when they get to the point to where somebody has spilled something on them or they're just not holding up to the test of time, I then break them down and I put them into my worm bin. Or if I run out of things to plant in to start my vegetables, just pop some soil in here, put the seeds in there, put it under a grow light, and then you can just break it apart and directly sow this whole entire thing. But worms like for these to be able to have as like bedding. They like to lay their eggs in them, and they just like to eat them too as well. So this will break down into nice compostable worm cast filled soil for my garden. So the other thing I use is shredded paper. Now I own a business here in Arizona and I work from home. So I have a paper shredder to shred up any type of contracts or like sensitive information for my clients or for my company. And I recycle all of that shredded paper by feeding it to my worms. One of the ways that I can be able to build the soil for my garden and not have to buy a lot of soil is by creating it on my own. So the worms love shredded paper. So all those old contracts, old sensitive information things all get fed to my worms and they turn it into soil and once again, lovely worm castings to help grow these beautiful tomatoes. So the next way I recycle in my garden is through old furniture. Now, it is important as a small space gardener for you to be able to grow up and grow everything as vertical and layers as possible. So for all the spaces that I did not have my beds or anything like that, and where I put like a trellis in, I wanted to be able to find a way to grow up. So I used all of our old sofa tables and end tables. One was even broken, so we couldn't sell the set. So instead of throwing it away, I reused it in my garden to provide more growing space for myself. I will show you guys. So right here is our old sofa table. Now on the top it has our strawberries and it has some flowers for the bees, and then below it we are growing a big thing of lemongrass. If I didn't have this sofa table, I'd probably only be able to fit either the lemongrass in this space or the strawberries in this space. But since I have the sofa table here, I can now fit both. It also makes it to where I don't have anything that's permanent in front of it, so if I need to leave out of our back door, then I can easily do that by just moving the table. So the next thing I have are our old end tables. Now I stacked the end tables, one up on the patio, one down below, just to give it a little bit of height. And then I have lemon balm going in the back, some basil going in the front, and these empty pots will actually be flowers. Now this gave it to where now I can put the tree right in front of it, and then that tree can grow up and provide a little bit of shade in the summer. Now, one of the best ways in things to recycle are old containers that you get at the garden center when you buy starts. Now, a lot of people, especially in my case, that if I want to buy something that's maybe just like 1 or 2, or I wasn't able to start enough stuff indoors because I don't have a giant starting space inside my house to start seeds, I might buy a couple of pots or a couple of plants that have pots attached to them. So this makes it to where then Now I never have to buy these. All I do is rinse them out every year, add soil, and then I'm able to grow whatever vegetable that I want to start indoors or on my patio to be able to have time to let things mature and grow and finish giving me all the fruits possible while I start the next things. Now in Arizona, we have back-to-back seasons, and we actually can grow for 4 growing seasons. Actually 5. We have fall, we have winter, we have spring, we have summer, and we have a bonus, which is monsoon. So since I only have a small space, a lot of things are not all the way grown out by the time I should be starting the next plant. So being able to put them in a bigger pot and let them grow in that bigger pot allows me the time to finish growing whatever I'm growing and harvest that vegetable and then add the new one. Now, the last thing I want to mention is something that I used to do in the past. I do have the item now, which is right next to me, which is my shade cloth. And I know a lot of people, especially during 2020, could not find shade cloth at a point in time because everybody started a garden and all of the desert gardeners were trying to protect their gardens from burning up. So we need shade cloth in our gardens. It's something that we just have to have in the desert, and it's hard to grow a lot of things that you might want to eat and might want to be able to feed your family with if you don't have it when it's 120 degrees outside. So if you do not have shade cloth, one of the things that you can use, just that you might have in your house, are old cloths. So old bed sheets, old pillowcases. You can also use t-shirts, anything like that. This also goes for those that are maybe gardening in colder climates and it's during the winter where you might have something that if you cover it, it won't die, and you can use those same exact things. So I hope that this video gives you guys some ideas on how you can be reducing and recycling and reusing in your gardens. And if you guys have a way that you do it in your garden that you would like to share, comment down below and tell me about it. Alright guys, until next time, grow yourselves a garden, because even a small space can provide you with tons of food. Bye guys.